This is beginning chapter 10, all about data displays. And this is 10.1, which is stem and leaf plots. So a stem and leaf plot organizes data based on the digits and shows how the data is distributed. One part of it is the stem, those are the digits on the left, and the leaves are the digits on the right. So here we have a stem and leaf plot, and the key tells us that the 3 separated by a 1 means 31. So here we have the 10's place represented in the stem and the 1's place represented in the leaf. If you take the 5 and the 8, one of the data numbers in the set is 58. We have a 59, we have 42, 38, 34, 31, and so on. So we're going to make a stem and leaf plot that shows the length of the 12 phone calls. So here we are given all of this information for all these days and the minutes that were spent on the phone. First thing we're going to do is order the data. So I put it in order, least to greatest. Now I need to decide what is going to be in the stem and what is going to be in the leaves. So because our values range from 2 to 55, the stem will be the 10's place and the leaves will be the 1's. So then I take all of this and put it here with the 10's place and the 1's. This 0 shows values less than 10, so they have 0 in the 10's place for 2, 3, 5, and 6. Then I have 10, 14, and 18, 23, 23, 30, 36. There's nothing in the 40s, but we need to include this one to accurately show how the data is distributed. And then we have 55. We need to order these from least to greatest, smallest at the top, largest at the bottom, and the leaves are smallest on the inside and get larger as they go out. And then you always need to make a key, so you pick one example from here and show what it means. Now we're going to make a stem and leaf plot to show the quiz scores. So I'm given all of these quiz scores, and we're going to figure out how many students scored less than 8, how many students scored less than 9, and how is the data distributed. So I'm going to order the data here from smallest to largest. Since these are all in the 1's, technically, 1's is the largest we have, that is going to be the stem. Then the decimal places will be the leaves. So if I put those there, this is 6.6, 7.0, 7.5, 7.7, and so on, showing with the key that 9 with the line 2 is 9.2. Now to answer the question, how many students scored less than 8? I am not going to include anyone that scored 8, so just counting the ones lower, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students. How many students scored less than 9? We had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 students scored less than 9. And then how is the data distributed? We have a few low scores and a few high scores, but most of the scores are in the middle, around 8. The stem and leaf plot shows the weights of several puppies at a pet store. Use the data to answer the question, how much does a typical puppy weigh at the pet store? So we can see all of these different things, and to know what is typical, we're going to use the mean, median, and mode, and then decide which one suits this data set best. So to find the mean, we add up all the data sets, all the data numbers, and divide by how many there are. Add them all together, we get 149 divided by 8, which is 18.625. The median is the number in the middle, so you need to cross off 1 on each side until you work your way to the middle, and we see that it's between 17 and 18, which is 17.5. then the mode is whichever number appears most. So that means that I'd be looking in here for any repeats in the leaves. And I see that the 4s repeat, so that says we have a 24 and a 24. No others repeat, so 24 is the mode. Now to pick which one is best to show the typical weight, we're not going to choose the mode because it is higher than most of all the other weights in the set. We could choose the mean or the median, but since we have a few that are higher than the mean, there's more that's higher than the median than the mean. And the mean is kind of in this where most of them are. I would say the mean is the best way to say what is the typical weight of a puppy at the pet store.